TGIF. Hey, thank you for joining me for episode 80 of Soapbox Daily. And hey, it's Friday, TGIF. I'm your host, Matt Morgan. Thanks for tuning in today. Well, we're ending the week. Here we are. It is Friday. Finally, we made it through the week. It's been one of those usual weeks, I guess, for most. For me, just it's on repeat, right? Same thing, different day. Rinse, repeat, take care of what you need to, do the job, pay the bills, etc., etc. But, you know, there's always a brighter day ahead. There's always a brighter day ahead. We just have to keep looking for it. Well, today we're going to discuss, and I've been thinking about this one because there's a little four-letter word that keeps getting kicked around and used a lot and misused and everything else. And I know some of you are kind of wondering, four-letter word, that's so many variations, so many options. Okay, well, here's the thing. That four-letter word. Obviously, I had not had enough coffee yet this morning. That four-letter word is love. And our topic for today and our question for today is, how would you define love? That's basically it. How would you define love? That poor little four-letter word that keeps getting kicked around and abused. But before we get into that, hey, how has your integrity been this week? How is your integrity today? Have you been the positive example? Have you set the positive example that the world needs? Be the change the world needs, folks, especially going into the weekends. Do the good thing, lead the example, set a positive tone. We all do this, we're going to change the world for the better. And also, please check out getoffmysoapbox.com if you have some time on the weekend. All the information's there on all our shows. Please check that out. So let's get into our show. Today, when it comes to our show, it's, how would you define love? Now, love is an interesting thing. Love is, so many different kinds of love. Love is an incredibly subjective thing. And within love itself, there are a whole bunch of different kinds of love. There's non-romantic, platonic love between friends. There's love between family members, plus intense, unconditional love. But most often, when people talk about love, they mean romantic love with a partner. The LGBTQ plus community shows that there are plenty different types of love and different forms of love. Lesbians are women that love other women, while gay men love other men, and bisexual people love everybody. I can go on and on and on about all the definitions that comes down into that. I mean, some people are polyamorous, meaning they love multiple romantic partners. Hopefully I pronounced that right. While others are aromantic and don't feel romantically attached to people at all. Meanwhile, a lot of people prefer simply to identify as queer. At the end of the day, bottom line is love, okay? And according to the dictionary, love is just an intense feeling of deep affection. That's it. That's what the dictionary says. Love is just feeling of deep affection. Meanwhile, Urban Dictionary defines love as the act of caring and giving to someone else, having someone's best interest and well-being as a priority in your life. To truly love is a very selfless act. Loving someone is about accepting them for who they are. Explains psychological and relationship therapists. Even the things that you might not necessarily like about them, such as how messy they are, you still love them regardless. I mean, loving someone means even loving one day you have the day-to-day life together and building a real commitment to another person. And different people have different definitions of and experiences of love, and everyone's experiences of love is going to be different, and it's going to help shape what love means to them. The problem with love is that it goes through a whole bunch of different things. In my viewpoint, I've seen love be cared for, I've seen love be abused, I've seen love be thrown around like it's nothing. And I mean, what defines it to you as a person? I mean, how do you tell if love is truly love? Somebody can say, oh, I love pizza. Well, do you truly love the pizza? Romantically, do you truly love the pizza? I love my friends. I mean, it's thrown around so much, and sometimes it's even abused. I know my daughter got mind games played with her from some older girls that were just being complete asses, and would constantly end communications and stuff with, love you. And it was a control thing. It wasn't a control thing. There was no love there because the actions dictated that they didn't care much, and they were just manipulating and playing head games. So love was used as a control element, a manipulation tool. And it's not, we don't do that with love because people crave love. People want that importance of that feeling, that importance of the meaning of the word love. So when somebody tells somebody else, they love them, we're hoping that there's going to be meaning behind it, that it's 100% true. Definitely what's being said is what's being meant. And we value that. But unfortunately, love gets used as a mind game, messes with people's heads. It's used inappropriately. It's used too commonly. And let's go back to, of course, myself when it comes to love. Hey, don't get me wrong. When I was younger, I used to throw the L word around. Well, I did. I used to throw the L word around because I thought I knew what it meant. I really did. Really like somebody. Oh, I must love you. Oh, I'm really attracted to you. Oh, I must love you. I want to get you. I want to get physical with you. I want to have sex with you. Oh, it must be love. You start getting confused about what love means. You throw it around nonchalantly and it doesn't really dawn on you. And you think you understand it, but you really don't understand it. It's one of those things. It's as I said, it defines differently for different people. Me personally, it wasn't until later on in life that I truly understood what love meant. I mean, I've had a level of love for people, and there's always that constant love you have for, you really care and are concerned and have a deep feeling and emotional bond, of course, to your family and your close friends. I mean, that's a level of love. But that true romantic love that you feel, for me personally, I didn't feel it until later on in life. I mean, sure, I thought I understood it when I was younger, but it wasn't until later on in life that I met my current, I know you gotta love this, I met my current wife. It wasn't until she came around that I was truly shown what love was. And I truly understood what love is because of that connection, that bond, that point where still 6 years later, I still fall in love with her. I still see her from across a crowded grocery store like I did the other day, and my heart still pitter patters. I still feel weak in the knees. I still go, that's love. At the end of the day, it's the person you think about, and it's also the same person you think about in the morning when you first wake up. Generally, that's love. Those are the people that truly mean something to you, the people that go through your mind in your waking and closing of the day. I'd say that's definitely love. And love is just a strong bond. You feel safe, you feel secure, you feel confident. You just, you can get through anything. And I hope everybody gets to feel that. I hope everybody gets a point to understand that part of love eventually. Don't confuse love. Love is what poets write about is what love is. And it's an amazing feeling when you actually get there, once you actually feel it. Don't confuse attraction for love. You will know love once you're there. Don't confuse infatuation for love. Trust me, love is a two-way street. It's not one-sided. Both sides feel it. Both sides are there. But I hope everybody gets to experience it. For me, love is an unexplainable thing, but it's exactly what the poets write about. It is a person that you can count on regardless, and you still are attracted to them regardless of the years and the aging and difficulties and the arguments and the good times and the bad times. You love the person, you will be by them, you don't think about anybody else, and that is basically it. I mean, it's a crazy thing. So how do you define love? Let me know. Please get over on Twitter and at Mad Soapbox and give me your feedback. I'd love to know how you define love. What defines love for you? What you think love means overall? And I'd love to hear your viewpoint on that. Love is an amazing word, and the world needs more of it. And I hope you if you haven't had it or you don't have it, I hope you find it in some level or another, whether or not it's a pet, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's a romantic partner, whatever. I hope you find it. Hey, I'm your host, Matt Morgan. That's going to be it for this week. That's going to be it for this episode. I'm going to wrap it up. I went a little later today, but this is an important topic. When we start talking about the four-letter words, especially stuff like love, we definitely have to make sure we cover all the bases and stuff. And I can go on about this for hours, and we might cover it on our longer format show, Get Off My Soapbox. But for Soapbox Daily, we're going to try to keep it time restrained. You have yourself a marvelous Friday. I hope you have a marvelous Friday. Hope you have a marvelous weekend. Please keep your integrity in check. Set the positive example the world needs, and who knows, maybe you'll find love. And if you have some time, check out our getoffmysoapbox.com. That'd be great. I would appreciate that. I'm going to head out. Again, I'm your host, Matt Morgan. Have a marvelous day and have a marvelous weekend, and I will see you next episode.